You know, when I came to America newly, I used to think African Americans are lazy. They don't want to work and all that. You will never understand the struggle of African Americans until you live in the system for 5 years. Then you understand that being black in the system is already playing you 10-0. Like you are 10 steps behind. The schools in black neighborhoods, they're all underfunded. The only thing you can find anywhere, everywhere in black neighborhood is liquor store. Keep drinking and keep yourselves busy. Now I understand why everybody's fighting so much to live in white neighborhood. Before I used to say they are not proud of their skin color. They don't love who they are. But they're actually fighting for their children's future. Because being black in the system is already playing you 10-0. You are 10 steps behind. Is it you that is coming with underfunded certificates that want to be competing with somebody that is 10 steps ahead of you? Being black in the system is tough. You see, African Americans and Africans, we are all the same. Let us not be distracted. We are all the same. The only difference is that one is living in America, the other one is coming from Africa. Let's support each other's business. If you see your brother trying to make ends meet, support his business. You get to the point now. Peace and love.
Even though I want to disagree with you, I get where you're coming from. When I see black people talking about racism, all that stuff, I'm like, what is wrong with these people? You guys have food, you have EBT, all this thing, and you're here shouting about somebody is racist too. Just leave that person and move on. I feel that way. Like, why are they always like complaining? But when Black Lives Matters started happening, like, I sat down, I said, I need to actually know why these people are pained. And if we look at the history, what they've done to them, like if you actually sit down, watch some documentaries, how they were maltreated, I don't think if I'm actually born, I will forgive those people. I don't care. It's easier for us Africans that were raised in Africa to feel like they're complaining because we were raised through struggle. Like I barely even have water, and you have water, you are complaining. But then it's not about the basic necessity or about how we are raised. We are raised like, I don't want to say way better. We might not have resources, but there are some way, like our own people will not look down on us or put us behind. So it's in their nurture that way. Like they just can't overlook it. And if you sit down and watch everything that the forefathers have been through for you, I changed my mind. No, they need to be angry. However, they should still move forward.
You see, this message is for everybody at Jamaica who have killed themselves to come a foreign. Foreign nice, you know, me not lie. Foreign nice. There's a lot of opportunities here, but one thing people not telling about foreign. And when time people do telling about foreign, and the things say them bad mind and they don't want to come here and the whole shebang. So let me tell you about foreign. There are opportunities in America. Me not lie about that, because things where we can attain in America in a small period of time probably will take somebody a lifetime in Jamaica to reach those same achievements, right? But with America, you have to understand that this is a plantation. The society was built off of the same formula that they use to maintain the plantations. So when you come in at the workforce in America and they tell you about the American dream, and you did it, try to catch the American dream, which is the house with the white picket fence, the husband, the 2.5 kids, the good education and the big job, and all of these big cars and everything where you have to maintain. The catch is you're going to work till you're dead, till you're literally dead, turn over, resurrect, your soul come back in our new body and work again to pay off the American dream. Okay? So me I tell you now, so the American dream is a fraud. You can come get it if you want, but you have to work till you're dead. You have people who in them 50s, 60s right now are work double shift, 16 hours a day them are work. And then can sit down, then can go to the go sit down and chill and laugh with them bridging like how you do a Jamaica on the job. Then can show up late a morning time, then can go, then can have bad customer service, then can drink one beer pan them break. Then can do none of that. Them have to go to work and you literally walk. Some people only get one 30-minute break in an 8 hour. When you're supposed to get 2:15 and a 30. And when your 8 hour done, your boss come and tell us, say, yo, you have to stay, you're mandated to work another 8-hour shift. And because you have to pay for all of this American dream where you got trust from the bank, and you have all of these loans and debt, you have to stay there to work that other 8 hours, right? So, run come and foreign if you don't want, but me I tell you, say, be prepared for the truth. And the truth is, you not go work till you're dead. And if you don't work till you're dead, you not go almost dead. So here what to do? You come and foreign, have a 10-year plan. You work hard. You get every money where you can get. You send your money back a yard. Me don't want to hear about how Jamaica violent. Me don't want to hear about that you buy a piece of land and you build one house and you put on one car down there.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching me for the first time. Remember to subscribe, like, share and also comment. Our fellow black people, they are leaving our countries. The black countries in the Caribbean, African country, they are going to United States to look for greener pasture because majority of them, they believe in American dream. So in today's video, I want us to watch these videos from our black American and also African immigrant who they are in United States. They have come out and tell us the reality of United States, the struggle and the challenges that they are facing in United States. So kindly guys, watch this video till the end, then I'll be back with more comment.
I feel like a lot of Africans don't understand the African American experience. I never knew until I came here and started learning the history of what happened here. Like all the way from the end of slavery, Jim Crow laws, redlining, the civil rights movement, the pipeline from the school to prison pipeline.
The prison industrial complex.
Yeah, like all of this stuff. I don't think Africans have an idea of all these things that are put against African Americans to become successful. Like even the Africans that are brought here, we're brought and we're put into like nicer neighborhoods. They don't put us in Southside Chicago in like the worst neighborhoods where you literally have to get a gun to survive,
My family members in the U.S., when they go to the bank to take a loan, they will be given a loan. But when their African American friends go there, to take the same loan, they will deny them, from having a loan. When it also comes to jobs, for example, just to apply some jobs, my African family, with African passport, they will give them some jobs, and then the African Americans, they know they will not be able to have the same jobs. So God bless this brother here for explaining these things, to the Africans who thinks that they are in the United States and they are better than African Americans, because of their hard works, they are there. As he said, from the time of slavery all the way to the Jim Crow era in the United States, not only that, but even today, the way the system is built, you as an African with an African passport, the system will favor you than the African Americans. Because of why? The system knows that first, you are not American, and then not only that, but they can also put a pressure on you, just like at your workplace, to do certain things, even you don't want to. Why? Because you do not want to lose your green card or you do not want to lose your job, which might just put you at the risk of deporting you back to your home country. I have seen a lot of Africans, on the internet talking about African Americans being lazy, being this, being that, if you think because of your hard work you are in the US, why don't you sit your ass in Africa, to work hard to get what you are having right now in the US? But no, because you can't make it in Africa because of the way our system back home here also is not enough jobs for people, not only jobs, but you, for example, who is from a minority family, let's start with, you will not have the chance, to be able to do something here because it's not about what you know, it's about whom you know. The same system is in the United States put in place for the African Americans, So I want to see all of you black Americans, I want to see all of you black Africans, to work together, to know that we are all families, I am Africans. And then it hurts me a lot that by seeing Africans on the internet in the United States, trying to bully the African Americans, taking them as lazies, or taking them as they don't work. But this is what happens, if you do not learn your history, and not only that, you also think that white man is God, Trust me, so many of African people are brainwashed to believe in this, Sadly, we even have leaders right now in power who are working for the same people who are oppressing the African Americans in the United States. The same people, our own leaders in Africa, are also oppressing us. These people in the United States, these black Africans who thinks like this, they just think the same as some of our leaders here right now who are working with these Western powers to oppress the black peoples in general. So I said, it's time for you Africans, who thinks like this, to come on the table, to know that African Americans are our family members.
As an African living in the United States, I used to share the same sentiment that Africans share about African Americans, because I had a hard time when I first moved here. People used to always tell me, you're not black enough, you're an Oreo, you're secretly white on the inside, as if I wasn't literally from Africa. But I now understand, after living here for 8 years, that black in the United States is a very specific criteria, and anything outside of that just doesn't fit. But I want to help African Americans understand that Africans coming to the United States are immigrants, first and foremost. Then they are Nigerian or Senegalese or whatever country they're from, and then at some point they are black. But Africans don't put black high up on their identity well as much as African Americans do. And that is for legitimate reasons on both ends. And so when an African is coming to the United States, they're thinking to themselves, okay, I'm an immigrant here. I have to do my best for myself and my family back home. The sacrifices that took for me to get here were no light work. Okay, so I need to really align myself with what's going to make me successful in this country. And because it's the United States, it's the dominant culture, which is white American culture. And so Africans are going to instinctively ally themselves with the culture that's going to give them the most success. I mean, African Americans even admit that they have to code switch to be successful here, because that's what brings success. And so Africans are like, all right, we'll do that. And it also doesn't help that for a long time, Africans are fed a very negative view of Black American culture, and that's its own propaganda. But because Africans are so conservative and they're coming to a country where Black Americans have been labeled as the antithesis to this conservative traditional family values, they have, if anything, more in common with Southern Baptist white racist people. But that aside, going back to identity markers, Black Americans put Black first and foremost, and then everything else goes below it. And so they're thinking when another Black people come to our country, they're going to want to integrate with us, the other Black people, because Black comes first. And they get quickly disappointed in realizing that for Africans, Black and the identity and that coming is not first. Their immigrant identity comes first, and then their country. And if anything, for us as Africans to feel like that's my brother, that's my brethren, or whatever, you have to come from the same tribe as us, because we have so many Black people around, we don't automatically pre-select for Black. But Black Americans don't have so many Black people around, have had to defend and protect their culture amidst a dominant white culture. And so they already pre-select and are overprotective for Black. And so that's why I think at the core of it, there's a deep misunderstanding because of not realizing that we put where we put our identity markers and what we put first and what we prioritize are so different culturally because of our differences in trauma, realistically. And so it does make sense that Black Americans will be like, oh, my people, my brethrens come here, and African Americans or Africans, coming to the United States are like, I'm just trying to make it here. It's a lot of work to immigrate to the United States. And so y'all can stay over there, and I can see why it's hurtful, and I can see why it's taken personally, and I can see the deep misunderstanding and the betrayal that African Americans feel. But it's unfortunate, and that's just a reality. But if we can talk about it from this perspective, I think we can get to a better understanding. But I also believe that Africans that spend enough time in the United States get to this compassion and understanding of the Black American community, because it is a very unique and specific set of circumstances for a culture to grow and to develop.
As a conscious African, I must push back against this constant display of ignorance by some African people against African Americans. African Americans must know that this is not the sentiment of a majority of African people. The constant disregard and disrespect of African American accomplishments, of their struggle, of their grace, of their excellence, of their fortitude must stop. It is embarrassing, it is heartbreaking. African Americans must know that this is not the truth. If you ever get a chance of visiting the continent, if you've ever visited the continent, you will know that you are loved, you are supported, and you are embraced as a member of this African family, because you are a member of the African family. And this display of ignorance by Africans, especially those Africans who have decided to settle on this soil, on American soil, must understand that it is because of the struggle, it is because of the sacrifices of African Americans that we are able to be here, that we are able to enjoy these things. And so you are exposing your own ignorance speaking this way. Stop it.
Honestly, I feel like as an African American, this diaspora bullshit.
I have to chime in here because I haven't seen a lot of videos with the AA versus Africans conversation, but this propaganda, this is so westernized. I literally just spent a week in Africa. I went to 3 different countries. I was there a week and a half ago. I went to Egypt, Morocco, and Senegal. I have literally never felt any type of tension between Africans and myself while on the continent. And that was not my first time on the continent. I have been to Ghana, South Africa, Tanzania, Kenya. Literally no country I've been to made me feel unwelcomed or like I wasn't a part of those people, that land, nothing. Regardless of these conversations, please do not let these conversations stop you guys from visiting African countries, because it is not like that over there. I promise you. We have to stop this foolishness. Like, it's not gonna get us nowhere fast. We all just gotta love each other. We all look the...
I hope you have watched that video from our fellow Black Americans and our Black immigrant who they are in United States, and they have come out and revealed the challenges and the struggle that they are facing in United States. And also you have heard from our Jamaican sister coming out and also explain to us how the system works in America, because for a very long time as Black people we have been believing in American dream. When we see our brothers and sisters leaving our country, leaving our families, leaving our their friends just to go in America because they believe in American dream, because they are going there to look for greener pasture. For the Black people who they have remained in Africa or in any Black countries in the Caribbean, we usually see them as the successful people, as people who they have money, as people who they have made it in life because of how the United States has portrayed their country to be the country which it is a dream, which it is the dream land for every Black person. So our brothers, they have come out and highlight some of the challenges, some of the problems that they are facing. One is these people, they are not treated very well. These people, they are being oppressed. Look, you can see how the Black Americans, they are being oppressed by the white people. These people, they are being given less opportunity. These people, they are not given wages, the wages how it is supposed to be given. And also it has become very difficult for the white people to employ the Black people in better jobs, because these people, they fear Black people. They are saying that some years to come back, if we will allow more chance, more opportunity to the Black people, the Black community, it will take over our country. And that's why they are limiting, they are now oppressing the Black people, because they don't want majority of the Black people to become successful. And also our Jamaican sister, she has come out and say how the system works. In United States, it is a slavery plantation farm. Yeah, it is a slavery plantation farm. For you, our fellow Black people, when we see our brothers, they are going to United States, these people also, we supposed not to pressure them, because we as Black people, we usually pressure our brothers and sisters who they are in United States, because we saw them that these people, they have money, they don't want to send money home. These people, they have money, why are they not coming home to build, to open a business here at home? So right now we can learn the challenges that they are facing. You have seen it has become very difficult for them. They are also in United States. They are not doing good jobs as usually think. Say, I can agree they are getting a better job, whereby the job, it is their job which they are doing, it is being paid very well. compare it with the kind of job here in Africa. So for them, yes, they are doing these jobs, but also these people, they need to use money. They are being paid well money, but these people, for them to be just where they are, they need to pay money, because our sister, she has come out, our Jamaican sister, she has come out and say everything needs money. It is a slavery plantation farm. If you want that good house in America, you will pay for it. Yeah, you will need, it will make you to work very hard so that you can get that money and pay for that house. You pay for the mortgage. If you want that good car, also you will need to work for it. Go and look for job, get that money, come and buy your dream car that you want. If you want a good family, also the same way. So getting these things, it is very easy, but the problem is maintaining these things. Yeah, that's now the problem, because you cannot just achieve this thing and relax. No, it will force you to go to work, do that job, come back and pay for it so that you can maintain it. So it is like a slavery plantation farm. So you will need to work so that you can have money, because there everything, it is about money. Everything in America, it is about money. So you cannot survive there without money. That's why we are seeing, we have majority of our black people, they are having more than 3 or 4 jobs even. And also, if you are not going there with the proper plan as a black person, you will ended up dying there and have nothing, or you may ended up returning back home with nothing. So for you, before going to America, you need to have a better plan, just as like our sister, she has told us, go there with a 10 years plan. Get that money, come back home in Africa, build your business, open your business, build your house, and we enjoy that dollar. But if you still want to stay in America, these people, they will oppress you. These people, they will give you less opportunity, and also you might end up having nothing in United States, because there you cannot own a land. They cannot allow a foreigner or a foreigner to come and have a land in their country. So this is to tell you that we as black people, we need to pray for our black people who they are in United States, and also we need to come together and have a unity. There is a lady also, she has come out and said that we as black people, we need to come together, the black Americans with the African people, and also the Afro-Caribbean, the black people from Africa, from the Caribbean also. We need to come together, we need to unite, we need to support each other, because there is a power in unity. When we as black people, we will unite, will become very strong. But the only problem that we as African, as a black person, we have, it is unity. We don't want to support our own. Yeah, that's why also we are having more problems in United States, because of not supporting our fellow brothers in United States. We are the only person who wants to support the other races, but not our own race. So that is to tell you that we need to come together, we need to unite, because there is a power in unity. And just as like our sister, our sister, they have said, we should stop having this mentality of, when you go to America as a black person, you are already have money, you are already living in your dream destination, because we believe that when our black person, he or she is going in America, that person automatically he has become successful. So we also need to stop that. There's a lot of things going on in America, especially right now, whereby Donald Trump administration, they are deporting illegal immigrant back to their people, and also they are targeting a lot of black people, because I've told you that these people, they fear black people. Right now, black people, we are now the majority, so they don't want to see a lot of black people in their country, because they fear might one day you might find it up that their government, it is full of black person. That's why they don't want to see a lot of black people. Just as they were shocked to see a black person coming into power, going into White House, Barack Obama. So because of that, they are now taking some more measure to not to allow again any black person to come in power in United States. So Thank you so much, guys. I don't have much to say. Subscribe if you haven't, and also like this video, because when you like this video, according to the YouTube algorithm, it will reach to a lot of people. So subscribe, like, share, and also comment. See you on my next one. Bye bye.